I was at Tractor Supply today, and I was in there buying a bar for my power saw. Well, tried to. I was in a bind, but it wouldn't fit my steel. I knew the guy in there, and he said, "Hey man, I got this chainsaw back here in the back." He said, "We're running a sale on it." As you can see, it's $240. Guess what I paid for it? Well, they had it on sale, and for $149, he said they still couldn't sell them, so they sold it to me for $100. That's right, $100. If you're looking for a big commercial, you know, something like my Steel 311, this is not it. It's got a 20-inch bar on it. Really, it needs like a 16. I like the 20 to just have a little extra length. But now this thing right here, I opened it up and used it today. Limbing, you're good. I'd say anything 3 to 4 inches, it's fine. This is a homeowner's use. But if you're in a bind, I mean, I couldn't pass it up. I said I was gonna put it with the sawmill out there, you know, carry it with it, so something happened. But I don't know. I put my steel back in there for tomorrow, but I don't know. It's a good saw. It'll be comparable to like a Steel 250 or less, really. This thing is a 46cc. I was real impressed with it. I'll get it out. It come with this case and everything. You know, it's a pretty nice. Got a book, come with some oil, got a wrench, you know, all your good handy dandy stuff that's useless, paper to throw away. But as you can see, I mean, it's nothing to ride home with. It got some teeth in it, but that's, you know, cheap and everything. Chain was sharp on it. I'm gonna say you cut something about as big as this red on here. That's what that's really designed for. You know, homeowner, lemon up. You got a crepe myrtle or some little something in your yard. This is what this saw's for. But I'm real impressed with it. Like the handlebar and all on it, it's made real good. The chain slack adjuster, it's made good. The nuts take the small end of a wrench, chainsaw wrench. Cranks real easy. Anytime you get a chainsaw that's got a bubble on it, you know that it's cheap. But man, you just pull it out. It's got a little on off switch. Let me see if I'm gonna try to set this up and see how many pulls it takes to crank. Now it's like 7:30, 8 o'clock at night right now. I cranked it up at about 12 or 11, 10:30, 11 or something like that this morning. But that's it. Don't mind all the hydraulic oil. I'll make a video on that, or you may already see the video on it. My 5075 down there, the hydraulics wouldn't work, and I'll tell you what I did to make it work. But let me switch my camera around, put it on a stand, and see how many pulls it takes. All right, let's see how many pulls it takes. It says prime it 10 times over here. To me, if it's got stuff in the bulb, it's good. You just pull the choke out. It hit. Push your choke in. pretty much it. I don't think it's oiling. I just stuck it down here on the ground. Either if it is oiling, it's only oiling just very little. Usually with steels, you point it towards the ground like some concrete or board or something, and it'll spit it on out there. But it ain't got none. I'm gonna look into that. But you saw how easy it was to crank. What was that, 4 or 5 pulls, something like that, 2 on choke and 2 or 3 the other way. You can't beat that. It says on here it should crank within about 5 pulls. So, well, it's got on here it says make sure your switch is in the run position, push the bulb 10 times, pull your choke out, pull it about 5 times, push the choke in and pull it 3 to 5 times, and it should crank. If you listen, whenever it hits one time, any chainsaw, if it hits like that, push your choke in. Because if not, you'll flood it. Push it in, pull it, it should crank up. When you push it in, it should have your trigger engaged, so it'll do. Make sure your chain lock is engaged so you don't cut your leg off. And it's real good to stand on the handle back here, but I don't do that. But as you can tell, it's hot down here in Mississippi. I'm soaking wet with sweat. Cut down a few trees for some 8x8 posts, 9 feet long. Got 11 of them to saw this weekend. This is like Wednesday, I think. Tuesday, Wednesday, I don't know. But I gotta go do a couple sawmill jobs, so it'll be Saturday or Sunday, Monday before I get it done. They just said they needed them in about a week's time. But yeah, pretty good little saw. If you run across one for $100, buy it. 200 is gonna be pushing it, in my opinion. I wouldn't pay more than $200 for this saw. In my opinion, well, I don't know, I might pay $250, but when you start getting around your $250 mark, you can go get you a steel. And this is not a steel. It's just not. It's a cheap homeowner saw. This is a $150, $200 range saw, in my opinion. It's a good saw from what I've seen. Now, how long it'll hold up, I don't know. I don't know if I'll keep it. I may, I know a guy, he's been looking for a cheap saw, something like this, and I may end up selling it to him. You know, if I do, I do. If I do, it'll probably be like $110 or something. That way it covers my tax and all. Because he was like, man, you find one, you know, buy it or let me know and I'll buy it. And I don't know, I'll have to keep this and see if I like it or not. I'm gonna pull my air filter off. It's just got a plastic air filter and all in here. Nothing really to write home about. But yeah, a Troy Bilt XP series. This is a tb4620c XP. They're pretty good. I would, if you're just a homeowner, buy you one for sure. But it's good talking to y'all. We'll see you on the next one.